And hello, everyone. We are live on YouTube, and this is streamed using Streamyard, and we're going to have a watch party. And we're gonna have the Binibining Pilipinas National Costume Competition, and in just a very short while, we will be able to watch the beautiful costume presentation of our lovely Binibinis. And we actually have less than 1 minute left, and we will be able to witness the magnificent artistry of the Filipino designers, of course, worn by our lovely Binibinis. So, I am very much excited for this year's presentation because, of course, medyo na-level up na talaga ang presentation ng national competition ng mga Binibinis. And of course, this is through the concerted effort of the many different designers and, of course, the collaboration with the candidates themselves. And I'm sure that they would really want to present the the story, yung different things that the different provinces or municipalities can offer, and they want to show it to the Filipino people. And we're actually going to start streaming in 5, 4, 3, 2, and I'm gonna screen share.
Ako si Binibini 1, Samantha Pandillo, mula sa Sinilangan ng Mga Bayani, Cavite. My national costume, designed by Kevin Bartolaba, was inspired by the Philippine Revolution given my province's historical nature. The crown signifies the 13 martyrs of Cavite, and its design influenced by my Aunt Myrna Panilio's winning crown in Binibining Pilipinas, 1964. The gold feather-like shoulders emanate a gladiator silhouette, modernized and innovated, just like our modern-day empowered women. This shows that freedom isn't solely won by blood battles, but also by our inner power, pure hearts, and resilience as Filipinos. That we are worth fighting for. Completing this creation is a belt that represents the Philippine flag. Strength and independence of modern-day Filipino women are what my national costume strives for, to show that we are able to flap our own wings of freedom, to fight our own battles with beauty and grace. Independence is a choice we have made in our history, and a choice that we make every day so that we can soar high.
Ako si Binibini 2, Lois Ann Badalo, galing sa lungsod ng Marikina. Kolibang Bang. This design was
Kolibang.
inspired by 1900s photos of the indigenous
I
tribes
like
in
this
northern
one
Luzon.
because
It
it's
showcases
really
the vibrant and wealthy tradition of the tribes
it
when it comes
shows
to
the
clothing.
vibrant tribe
The
of
indigenous
the
tribes in
indigenous
northern Luzon have
people,
maintained their
particularly
distinctive
in northern
culture,
Luzon. So that's very
including their traditional
powerful.
clothes lavishly adorned with precious beads and stones. To promote patriotism and support craftsmanship and intricacy with the indigenous fabrics, the designer used blue, red, and yellow shades, which can also be seen in the Philippine flag. The fabric was meticulously weaved in Baguio City and made by Easter Weaving Room with a design of kolibang bang and wealthy tradition of the tribes when it comes to clothing. The indigenous tribes in northern Luzon have maintained their distinctive culture, including their traditional clothes lavishly adorned with precious beads and stones. To promote patriotism and support craftsmanship and intricacy with the indigenous fabrics, the designer used blue, red, and yellow shades, which can also be seen in the Philippine flag. The fabric was meticulously weaved in Baguio City and made by Easter Weaving Room with a design of kolibang bang, a term coined in northern Luzon which means butterfly.
Claro and Recto had once wisely observed that a people was set apart by its common experiences.
I think this
A
one is by
Filipino
Louis
had no
Pangilinan.
identity without its people's history. The costume depicts and is inspired by the image of the child Jesus Santo Niño. Santo
Or
Niño
maybe
de Tondo
Chico
Parish
Estiva, but
lies
this
at
is
the very
very
heart of
beautiful.
Tondo, Manila, which has been a significant part of the Philippine history for centennial generations. The church is one of the earliest churches established by the Spanish friars in Luzon, and the image is believed to be the second oldest venerated image of the child Jesus in the Philippines, a significant symbolism of Filipinos embracing the Catholic faith.
I am Binibini for Arian Desiree Biardo. Hails from the Christmas capital and the home of the giant lanterns, the city of San Fernando, Pampanga.
Syempre,
Carrying a
this is
parol
something
costume.
medyo
The
reminiscent
parol
of
is an ornamental
Catriona Gray's
star-shaped Christmas
costume.
lantern.
And we would understand because she's representing
Traditionally made of
Pampanga.
bamboo and paper.
And
It
syempre,
represents
they
the
are the
Star of
makers
Bethlehem,
of
which guided
this
the three
parole,
wise men to
which
the
we
manger
see
where
during
Christ the child
Christmas
was born.
season.
In
So
the
it's a nice
yesteryears,
presentation.
the lighted parol illuminated the paths of the Filipino
But I
during
think
the
it's just
ritual
a
dawn masses
backdraft
of
of
the
her
Yuletide
costume.
season. Today,
But it
does
would be
not
better
only
if
symbolizes the
she's
victory
actually
of light
wearing the
over
parole.
darkness, it is also a testament of the Filipino people's resilience. Mabuhay!
This is one of a kind.
Ako si Binibini
Because she's
Sai,
wearing
Princess Yen
pants.
Esmeralda Guandon, galing sa Occidental Mindoro. Ang suotang ito ay sumisimbolo ng kultura, tradisyon, sining at kabuhayan ng mga mangyan. Ang mga mangyan ay kilala sa pagiging masipag at malikhain. Ang kanilang pangunahing hanap buhay ay pagtatanim ng palay, gulay, prutas at paghingisda. Ang buntot ng aking kasuotan ay nagsisimbolo sa dagat kung saan kumukuha ang mga mangyan.
But I like the presentation this year because it's outdoor. And I mean, it's shot into the chosen location of the Binibini so that mas makaka-capture or mas makaka-capitalize yung presentation into the concept of the costume.
Malumuti sa aking buhok, leeg at bewang na magpapakita ng pagiging malikhain ng mga mangyan sa larangan ng sining at kultura.
Ako, si Shannon Jumail Tampon, mula sa Caloocan.
Oh, very timely because we're celebrating Independence Day. Today is June 12, and this is perfect for Miss Caloocan. But I think that hindi ko lang feel yung location niya for this one.
Ang pangunahing palatandaan ng lungsod ng Caloocan. Simbolo ng mga pangyayari, katapangan at kagitingan ng mga Pilipino. Ang modernong kasuotan ng lakambini ng Caloocan ay hango sa kasuotan ni Andres Bonifacio, na hawak ang tabak at bandila ng katipunero. Ito'y sumisimbolo sa mga makabagong kababaihan, lumalaban at patuloy na itinataguyod ang karapatan ng bawat kababaihan at ng mga inaapi sa lipunan. Isang adhikain na mula noon hanggang ngayon ay patuloy na isinusulong upang manatili ang pagkakapantay-pantay ng karapatan ng bawat mamamayang Pilipino.
Ako si Meiji Cruz mula sa Luzon.
This one
ng
from
Valenzuela.
Meiji Cruz. I think that this
Inspirasyon
was
ng
made
aking
by
kasuotan
Manny
sa
Halasan,
kapatid.
which is
Diwata
a
ng
jewelry
aming
maker.
kultura at
And
kasaganaan. Simbolo ng
I like the
mabuting
presentation
Biyaya niya ang
because
bawat
it's very
at
conceptual
bungang
since
nagsisilbing
she's
pananggalang
representing
ng
the
sangkatauhan
goddess
at
of
iba pang may
harvest.
galang mula sa gutom at mga sakit.
Gusto ko yung
Samantala,
location shoot
ang mga
niya.
pakpak ng tutubi ay simbolo ng bagong simula. Nagpapaalalang laging may pag-asa sa gitna
Kumbaga,
ng
it's
mga
very
hamon.
modern. So I like
Naman
the
ng
freshness
iba't
of the
ibang
idea.
ang aking putong sapagkat tulad ng kanilang sigla sa paglipad, may daya at
I like the
kapangyarihan
the way that the candidates present the story behind this masterpiece. Unlike with the traditional presentation done live, ito mas nakikita natin on the audience perspective the details of the dress.
Sa kabuuan, ang aking trahe ay kombinasyon ng likit na mga pinong puntas, tibay ng tansong metal, karilagan ng perlas at Swarovsking mga kristal. Isang mabining kasuotang tanging isip at mga kamay lang ng malikhaing Pilipino ang makagagawa. Ngunit ito'y higit pa sa pagiging kasuotan. Ang aking trahe ay simbolo ng aking dangal, ng aking pusong binibini, ng aking dugong Filipina.
The land of thousand colors. The province is known for its quaint towns and serene nature views. Not only are we proud of the rich coconut.
Yeah, and syempre for this one, Quezon Province, go Patricia Babista. Syempre by Doms.
The Hota Gumakenyo. Quezon is also famed for the celebration of the.
And of course, I see the scene of Banahaw group dancing behind our lovely candidate with our church, St. Louis Bishop Parish Church, as the beautiful backdrop of this beautiful creation, which signifies our very famous Pahiyas Festival. And she's wearing it very gracefully and elegantly. So I love the presentation.
The costume was conceptualized from which the city was named after. The headpiece embodies
All right, let's proceed to the next candidate.
Victory, strength, and loyalty. The batia symbolizes shield, protection.
She's like a
and
warrior.
defense. Along with this, it features the Mandaluyong's famous.
This very reminiscent to the warrior presentation costume of the Miss Earth candidates before, I think many years ago. And her location is a perfect background for this presentation. So I like that.
Ako si Binibini 10, Maureen Monteng, galing sa Padre Garcia, Batangas. My national costume is a reflection of history, culture, and the resources that has made Batangas an economic power. Evidenced by the Kalatagan
Next
quad,
is Maureen
Batangas,
Montaigne,
and today
representing
Spanish
Batangas.
influence as it has already thrived as small lacanantes scattered in its plains and high grounds. Long before the Spanish colonization,
I'm having some technical difficulties.
these lacanantes were already producing their own food like rice and coconuts. This costume strives to incorporate these historical and cultural dimensions into a stunning masterpiece, a fashion statement that tells the past, present, and future of the beautiful province. Batangas stands resilient, having experienced both volcanic eruption and the pandemic. This is a reminder of the hero in each and every Batangueño, rising despite all adversities.
A mystical starry manok-inspired costume that is depicted as a fowl with colorful wings and tail. The magnificent yellow modern Filipiniana gown that represents the color of hope and joy amidst the crisis that the world is facing now. Embellished with jeweled ceremonial patches.
So let's proceed to the next candidate.
Adorned from the famous
She's beautiful. She looks like Eva Patalinho. So this one, I think the inspiration is Adar. Although it has been presented or has been represented in any costume presentation even before, but this one is a beautiful ensemble.
Filipino designer Paolo Blanco.
Oh, this is a Pablo Blanco. And she had an indoor presentation. She's representing Bulacan.
Ako si Cinderella Feo Banyera, galing sa lungsod ng ginintuang pagkakaibigan at pintuang daan ng Hilagang Mindanao, Cagayan de Oro, Misamis Oriental.
This
The
is
legend has it
Misamis
that Cagayan de
Oriental.
Oro is resting on the
Or
back
Cagayan de
of
Oro,
a
sorry.
giant goldfish. This is the mythical inspiration of my national costume, a fitting tribute to the Oro as a gentle creature.
Mhm.
This ensemble is composed of over 10,000 glittering pieces with dominant spangles, representing
Gold
the golden coconut
spangles.
called kuyamis, abundant in Misamis Oriental, and the namesake of its festival that celebrates good harvest, accentuating the
Kudos
peace
to
as
the
a
candidate
crown
for
and homage to
shooting in the
Virgen sa
river. Medyo delikado,
city
but
from invasion.
she's able to
This
present the
is
costume very
Belleza del
well.
Oro, beauty of gold.
This is Binibini Alexandra Mirosales, number 13, from the province of Laguna. This traditional costume is made out of 100%
Miss Laguna?
indigenous material. The base is made out of banig cloth, which signifies the simple living of Laguneños and Lagunenses. Adorned with different shapes and sizes of wooden beads, it represents
Medyo
the rich
crafty lang
culture,
yung
tradition,
ano.
and of course,
Parang
the
hindi masyadong
different tourist
polish.
attractions here in Laguna. The fluorescent colors represents
Although it
the
appears to me
grandest
as
festival,
very
which is Anilag,
ati-atihan.
Ani ng Laguna Festival. This is celebrated yearly every March as a form of thanksgiving to our Almighty God for the bountiful harvest from the Laguna lakes to the rice fields and farms. Mabuhay ang Laguna!
Justine Beatriz Del Josef Elizarta, Binibini 14, proudly representing Padada, Davao del Sur.
Davao del Sur.
Paglalakbay. The Vinta is a traditional sailboat inspired by the
Oh,
Moro
this
and
is
Sao
inspired by
Bigal tribe.
Vinta.
It's a Philippine symbol that signifies migration and the colorful traditions
I
and
like the
islands of
detailing.
Mindanao.
Pag mga Mindanao
This creation
tapestry,
and carries the
it's
heart and soul
really
of the tribe,
beautiful.
their aspirations, and the hopes and dreams behind
Ang
each
ganda ng
unique
patterns
hand-loomed
because I think that
embroidery.
each
Many
pattern represents a story.
are big to the Vinta, as it provides means of livelihood and transport for each clan. And just like overseas Filipino
Kaya lang ang
workers,
dark
we
nung
leave no
lighting
one
niya.
behind when it comes to our loved ones. And this design is a story of
Hindi ko makita
ingenuity
masyado yung
of the
kanyang
Filipino
face.
people, a symbol of courage, hope, and the resilience that lies within our nation.
Ako si Binibini 15, Karen Lori Mendoza, galing sa Iloilo City.
Next is Binibini
My
15 from
national
Iloilo City, Karen Mendoza.
Science,
And
illness, and pestilence.
her costume is
Bulalakaw
represented
is
by
believed to be a mythical
Bulalakaw.
bird with fiery feathers. According to the myth, Bulalakaw is a thin boy wearing a bird-like headdress, or even a genderless deity. This deity is worshipped by Babaylats and can be appeased by performing necessary rites and rituals. Bulalakaw visits the earthly plane in form of a comet. There's
Parang
also
feeling ko ang
superstition for
napaka-heavy
children
nung
when a comet
headpiece.
darts into the sky, children should not point at it, because the Bulalakaw does not like it and might punish them for that deed. According to the ancient culture, a comet is a symbolism of dread and a harbinger of doom, and also a messenger of the gods.
It's very fierce.
Ako po si Binibini Kimberly Ladas Matikas-Tikas
Miss
mula sa bayan ng
Tikas-Tikas.
mga Makata, Balagtas,
Bul-
Talawigan ng magagandang dilag at magigiting na bayani, Bulacan.
Bulacan, yeah.
Kinikilala bilang reyna ng mga kapistahan sa Pilipinas, ang Flores de Maria o
I
Flores de
love
Mayo na
it.
pinapaniwalaang nagsimula sa Bulacan, Bulacan noong 1,000.
I love it because the arco frames her face. I understand that's kind of medyo mabigat, but it's a very nice presentation. I see this on the Miss Universe stage,
batong kristal na
and she's
kumakatawan sa
beautiful.
alhasan na may kawayan na lalong pinatingkad ng magarbong kinayas na kawayan ng singkaban sa isang
Yan, Singkaban Festival. Sana lang magtagal talaga yung Singkaban Festival because I don't see this very much in our culture. And I hope that Bulacan will be able to
Ako, si
continue that.
Binibini 17.
Binibini 17 is Hannah Arnold by
Galing sa
this
probinsya ng
is
Masbate.
Louis Pangilinan artistry, and
A
she's
national costume
depicting
reminds us
the
of
Bulaklakan
important
Festival,
pages of our history.
which
The
is
beautiful islands
a
where we
dance
come from,
wherein the women are
the
have a
stories
bouquet of
our
flowers.
ancestors, and the unparalleled artistry of our people.
I also
As a young
love
girl,
the
the
church
colors,
as
music,
her backdrop
and dances of
because
our country
it's something
brought so
related
much
to
joy
her
to my
costume.
curious eye. And so began my love for the Bulaklakan Festival.
See, I was right. It's Bulaklakan
Hand-painted,
Festival.
hand-embroidered, and covered in petals to gracefully give honor to our Virgin Mary.
Actually,
Just like a
medyo
flower blooming in time,
something similar to the
Louis
Singkaban
Pangilinan
Festival
embraces the
presented a
artisanal
while
spirit
ago. But
of the costume,
ito, medyo iba naman yung
implying progress,
approach.
dignity, and celebration,
Parang meron
which
siyang
also
wreath
defines
na
a
back
Filipina.
dress. And same,
Ako
nafe-frame
ang inyong binibini
nung
number
wreath yung
18,
face ng
Maria Ruth
magandang
Erica
mukha
Queen,
ni
mula
Hannah
sa
Arnold.
lalawigan ng Nueva Ecija.
Let's go to
Bigas,
Nueva
kanin,
Ecija.
palay. This attire is more than just a representation of my province. The fully sequined body, with palay embossed beads and beaded trails, paints the picture of a prosperous rice field and the story of our identity. From the farmers who tilled the land, to the workers who reap the fields, to the people who prepare our meals. Palay is more than just a crop. This
Palay
is
ang
the
inspiration for
identity
this
of the
costume.
Philippines. It represents hardship during planting and tranquility during harvest.
Very
It
detailed.
represents life, passion, dedication, and the strong Filipino spirit of never-ending determination.
Ako si Binibini 19, Gabriel Basiano, galing
Gabi
sa
Basiano
Burangan City,
from Barangay
Eastern
Eastern Samar, and she's
My
representing
costume is
Calesa.
called the Golden Calesa. Calesa is believed to be the
Eto,
first introduced to the Philippines
bongga
by
rin
Spain
to
during
kapag
the 18th century.
nasa river stage,
It
something
has served
like
as a
mga
deluxe
pasabog
mode
ng
of
Thailand
transportation
or
that
Indonesia.
only the
Ito
rich
yung
and
kakabog.
high-ranking officials can afford.
Because
Used to
if
be
I remember
Philippines'
correctly,
king of
previously
the
they've had
road,
the
long
tuktok.
before the
And so why
jeepneys
not the
arrived.
Kalesa, di ba? This is
This
very
Golden
fierce.
Calesa
And
represents
she's
the
carrying
shades
it
of my
very
hometown,
well.
Burangan
Very
City,
modern
Eastern
yung
Samar.
approach.
I am wearing a mesh bodysuit that is embellished with thousands of golden Swarovski crystals. The carriage is adorned by hand-woven mat and most
And at
commonly
least ito,
known
hindi
as
yung
bani, one of the
sobrang
major products of my
malaki.
province.
Who's next?
Together with my team, we wanted to highlight the natural riches from the sea, one of the main sources of income by the people in my province. The ocean is an
Oh,
important part of La Union, as we're known to be
representing La
the
Union.
surfing capital of the North.
Mhm.
I hope that when you
I
remember this piece of
I am
land
supposed to
and
take
this
down
piece
notes
of
pero
La Union, you
medyo
are reminded
na
of the sea
starstruck
goddess
na yata ako
watching
sa
the ever-changing
presentation. I wasn't
and
able to take down
ever-growing
notes. I'm supposed to
prosperous
take
province
down my
of La
top
Union.
10 best in costume pero it happened so fast.
Ako si Binibini 22, Sharina Giao, nagmula sa progresyon
Sharina
ng
Giao
Pampanga.
from Pampanga.
Dancing, developing ITA's strength through empowerment.
I can see that the materials are made from
Tagalog is the
banig.
main fabric material
Yeah.
of this mass.
Medyo lang, parang feeling ko ang bigat ito.
Pampanga's fertile soil and our hardworking farmers. The crown symbolizes the devotion and high spirituality of Pampanga's patron saint.
Pero I remember before, nag-sketch pa ako while watching the national costume competition. Pero ngayon, I'm just focused on the screen. My eyes are glued and I cannot lose a single moment watching this beautiful ladies and of course the costume.
The pride and joy remain in every Kapampangan's heart.
And sobrang nakaka-proud maging Filipino. Diba? There's so many, I mean, with the more than 7,000 islands that we have, there's so much culture that we can offer. And kudos to the designer for the never-ending artistry and
Ali sa
creativity.
probinsya Nin Albay.
From Albay.
This costume is
This is the
named
home of
Daragang
Catriona
Magayon or
Gray.
Beautiful Maiden.
Daragang
This is
Mayon.
an interpretation of the female protagonist from the legend of Mount Mayon. The fire surrounding Binibini 23 is as scorching as the passion between star-crossed lovers Magayon and Panganoron. Their fiery
fiery.
love might have ended in
It's fiery,
tragedy,
just
but
like
it led to the rise
the
of
Mayon
the crown
volcano.
jewel
And of course,
Albay.
just representing the story behind
Costume for Albay Spring Festival Queen.
the protagonist of the story.
This is a depiction of the traditional Maria Clara dress inspired from the
Oh!
Gigantes Festival of Angono, Rizal.
Honey Grace
Of
Cartasano.
November, where giant
Gigantes
paper mache or
Festival.
gigantes are paraded.
This was designed by Paolo Ballesteros, by the way.
The Maria Clara and
May
Gigantes,
pasabog to.
using the framework and the massiveness of the Gigantes under the Maria Clara dress.
Siyempre may
The
pailaw.
fabric is an interpretation of our Pina fabric, highlighting its fibrous characteristic. Turning around, the Maria Clara is transformed into the colorful Gigantes.
Oh my God, pasabog!
Giving it a festive
Ang ganda nito sa Miss Universe.
Ako, si Binibini
Entertaining.
26,
Okay, next.
Valerio ng Arayat, Pampanga.
From Pampanga.
Is inspired by the mythical goddess of Mount Arayat, Maria Sinubuan.
Hindi talaga mawawala sa NatCos presentation ng mga ibon, no? And I've said on my review with the NatCos presentation ng Miss Universe, sobrang gandang inspiration talaga ng mga bird for a national costume. Most especially for a very colorful bird just like this one.
These birds are important to humans in various ways, providing natural fertilizers and dispersing seeds all over the mountain. This goddess characterizes kindness among animals and generosity.
But of course, she is
This
the
ensemble
perfect
is a
representation of a
symbolism
goddess.
of the rich and colorful heritage of Pampanga.
I am a female centurion, demonstrating heroic qualities of a Filipino.
Next is a centurion
Depicted by
costume.
Roman costumes, tunics, and vivid metallic embellishments that have been crafted by local artisans and wood carvers of Paete Laguna. This reclaimed and recycled warrior ensemble symbolizes women's ability to exhibit our courage and stand up for our rights and core feminine values. Possessing as much strength,
Sana lang may
determination,
headdress.
and fortitude as
Parang feeling ko hindi kompleto yung costume pag walang headdress.
and fight for a cause with relentless perseverance. Ako si Binibini 27,
They're Grecian warrior.
mula sa Oriental Mindoro.
Next,
Pearl of the Orient,
Mhm.
designed by Michael Barassi. Cerulean is the water that drapes the archipelago
Pearl of the
province
Orient.
Romblon, and this deep sky blue hue
Siyempre may
hides
isda,
within its
may
shell
pearls.
pearls, pure, incorruptible, and wise as the queen who wears this attire. Miss Romblon wears the colorful
Romblon.
waters that surround the province of Romblon. The stretches of white sand beaches, which are arguably one of the best in the world. Adorned with pearls from her head to toe, she flaunts the serene beauty of these jewels of the seas and the elegance they signify. Above her head is the oyster shell that hides this lustrous gem. representing the hidden
I remember
wisdom
San Bernardo is supposed to be
years of toil,
represent
pressure,
Pearl
and
din.
hard
Siyempre
work.
Palawan, di ba?
One Miss Romblon wears loud and proud. It is always a marvel looking at pearls nurtured, cherished by the deep sea waters. As stunning as this
Parang medyo
towers
reminiscent din dun sa
Rombla
costume ni
Mountain,
Mariam Habach na very pearl and representing din yung parang sea goddess, ganyan.
Binibini, 29, Alexandra Faith Garcia, lungsod ng Olongapo, lalawigan ng
Alexandra
Zambales.
Faith Garcia of Zambales.
Ulo ng Apo, the symbolic name where the city started. The Dove Warrior is a costume inspired by the piece engraved by Apo in Olongapo.
Yeah, I remember the story of Olongapo. Kaya yun
The
yung
hand, the ulo
costume
ng
niya.
Apo, which empowers the
Ulo
maiden
ng
to call for
Apo.
peace in everyone. The ideology of the headpiece worn
And
came
also,
from
I
the Dove
remember there
Monument
is
found
a
in
Philippine
Olongapo City.
dance
A
na
rallying
it's like a
cry
warrior
is shown
dance
by the Dove
na parang they're
Warrior,
representing
an
yung may
excruciating
hawak na head.
shout for justice and fairness to all.
Parang warfare
The
dance.
Dove Warrior calls for every modern Filipina to be the symbol of peace, like
Ayan, so
Apo.
syempre merong mga ibon-ibon na
The
naman.
Queen of Philippine Folklores, Bulaklakan.
Another Bulaklakan
Costume
festival. Kanina meron din, diba?
The designer of this national costume, Miss Poisabian, came up with the idea using vibrant colors to represent the joyful culture of the Philippines.
Ayan, so ano, it's a different
The bodies of this costume
yeah, it's
is
Hannah
a
Arnold who
man
represented
joyful
the Bulaklakan Festival, but this one is a different interpretation. That's how originally the Bulaklakan Festival is being danced. You have an arc of flowers, and her top is a way different color from the already colorful skirt. So she's wearing a white top with a heavily decorated skirt accentuated with various flowers and beads.
My national costume is called Mary Love.
Next,
This was made to pay tribute to our Mother Mary, who has been
Mary
our rock
Love.
amidst the recent volcano eruption. We chose to wear something that will signify the strength and hope of all Batangueños, especially people of Agoncillo.
If this is not Louis Pangilinan, this is either Chico
I
Estiva.
carry with me the Holy Rosary, same with what most of the families have carried. During the afternoon of January
And
12,
the bottom of the skirt is like
it was
the
our
way
weapon, our shield, and our in
um
my head is a tiara
just like the
that signifies
construction
unity
of
among all
Patricia
Filipinos
Babista's
who
skirt,
helped us during
like
our
keeping.
unforgettable nightmare. Its silver linings and crystal is a reminder for us to be grateful for everything that we've received. The trailing cape with thousands of shards of crystals represent thousands of Batangueños who is with me as I walk with this dress. Each step I
Is
take
it the
is a step
Saint
closer
Martin of
in
Tours na
resurrecting our
church?
faith that one day soon we will be triumphant once more. We also chose the color red as a manifestation of the burning desire of all Batangueños to rise from the ashes.
I like it with the crown rather than the veil.
Ako
Next
si
candidate,
Binibini
Binibini 32,
galing sa lungsod ng Tagum.
Tagum.
Waling-waling, soon ma-impeccable
Walung,
skills
waling
of by
waling.
Binibini.
You remember the waling waling
Showcasing the
gown by
culture and
Catriona
fashion of
Gray
Mindanao.
when she had
Celebrating
her
the beauty of
farewell
the
walk
Philippine
as
flag,
Binibining
representing the
Pilipinas
grace,
universe.
strength, and essence of a Filipino.
But this one, of course, is a
This couture
costume
creation is proudly named by
interpretation
Mindanaoan
of
culture
waling
hero
waling,
Beadmaster
which is a
Mark
predominant
Joseph
flower
to
in the
exemplify that
Mindanao
the Filipino
region.
beauty is more than what meets the eye. Filipino beauty has become transformative, that it has broken stereotypes and beauty standards.
Oh, may
And
pasabog
that Filipino
pala
beauty,
when you open the
mirrors
skirt.
culture, experience, substance, authenticity, and life. A binibini is a waling-waling, highly coveted, majestic, and one of a kind.
Oh, there's so many stories on each of the petal of the flower.
Ako si Binibini 33, Bellatrix Stan, galing sa
Bellatrix.
Subang, full moon
Subang.
worship of the Subanans, a creation that mirrors the rich culture of the first inhabitants of the Zamboanga Peninsula. Princess Naya, a royal princess of the tribe
Yes, sa
Suban,
Sambuanga
the
very
daughter of
royal.
Subanan King
I'm not sure
Pumwel
if
Dragon.
the
She
jewelry
is a
is
reformed
by
royal
Manny
princess
Halasan.
who
I'm not
travels
sure.
regularly
But it's
from
somewhat
one
similar to the
wedding to
one
another
worn by a
near Mount
previous
Oro
candidate
City.
earlier,
She is destined to be a fierce warrior
which
princess who will be
represented
the
the goddess
strongest
of
and most
harvest.
powerful Subanan
But
tribe.
this one, it's a different
Traditional
story.
wear consisted of upper and lower garments with headdress and other accessories. The tight-fitting garment that was generally black made that symbolizes of the night as the time of worship of the tribe. This conforms that the belief of the black garment can shield them against eclipse. This attire in full regalia consisting of sub, upper, magpandio, headdress, gilang, bracelet, singil, anklet. Aside from the pious
Very
purification
rich,
of the
no?
black garment, it was practical on the part of the
Parang it
Subanans
really
to use the
speaks
full
royal.
as an expression of the tribe's beliefs in supernatural entities, and the red as a sign of blood for the defense of the tribe's ancestral domain.
Sultan Kudarat Princess. Since time immemorial, brass body ornaments have been seen as symbol of status, especially in the southern Philippines. They
Sultan
signify the
Kudarat.
preservation of cultural values and immortality of royal beauty. Each style pattern epitomizes hard work and skills of the artisans. Sultan Kudarat, a Muslim ruler who reigned and asserted his leadership in the entire Sultanate of Maguindanao,
Ito
was
talaga
the
yung
paragon
magdadala
of a
dito.
real warrior.
It's really how you carry
It
the
is only
shield plus
fitting
the sword.
that he will serve as the inspiration of this masterpiece. The details and patterns were hand beaded and individually attached to the fabric to commemorate the journey and sacrifices of Sultan Kudarat before he became a revered hero of our country. Inal fabric, which is known to be worn by royal families and community leaders, is the main material used to complement the whole look of this national costume. Ethnic patterns and gold brass amulets and neckpiece believed to be the symbol of power and sovereignty which is still worn by the people of Sultan Kudarat. This masterpiece is a manifestation of modern interpretation of ultimate ruler and none other than the women of today embracing their talent and purpose to bring equality and fairness. The one who will wear the costume will surely exhibit a character of physical resilience, mental toughness, emotional stability, and spiritual fortitude.
Alright, and is that, I think that's a wrap. And I don't know how many binibinis have we showcased, but I think that's a wrap for the presentation. Please don't forget to vote for the best in national costume. Voting ends on June 27, 2021 at 12 noon. There's only one vote per day per email address. Don't forget to hit the heart button on TikTok and also visit www.bilibiningpilipinas.com and the official Binibining Pilipinas TikTok account to vote for your favorite binibini. And of course, we have on the poster the winning national costume of Catriona Gray and Emma Mary Tiglao. Okay, so truly, this two are non-debatable winners of the best in costume presentation. And don't forget on June 18th, Friday, 4 p.m. on YouTube Live, the swimsuit presentation. And I think that Samantha Bernardo, our first runner-up of Miss Grand International, will be opening the swimsuit portion. And I'll be ending my stream now. So thank you very much for watching. Again, my name is Sergio C. Jerry. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell for more
Meaning Pilipinas in na, like hosting.
I'm so sorry, like age,
We're practicing.
Philippines, ganon.
Ano, as in yung good evening everyone.